What's up guys, on today's episode of Small Talk, I'm going to be covering Gitaroo Man, one of my favorite rhythm games on the PlayStation 2. Enjoy.
The early 2000s, a time in video game history that I am very partial to, mostly because console-based rhythm games weren't an extinct genre. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but they are on the endangered species list as far as I'm concerned, and I played a ton of them. But in 2002, one would release on the PlayStation 2 that was lightning in a bottle, and that game was Gitaroo Man. Why was this game so perfect for a 14-year-old nerdlair, you might be asking? One, because it had extremely rewarding rhythm gameplay, and two, J-Rock. Yeah, I was one of those kids who thought they were better than you in high school because I listened to Malice Miser, Hide, and Duran Gray because you didn't know who they were and I was an edgy motherfucker. All of the music for this game was composed by the Japanese band Coil, a band that I listened to very frequently, and as a kid who at the time had never been to Japan before, this game's music somehow captured the feeling of walking down a Tokyo street on a hot summer day. Having now been to Japan, I can confirm that that atmosphere and feeling is accurate. Gitaroo Man follows the story of U1, a kid who sounds like he was named by Elon Musk. When suddenly attacked by an evil force, U1's pet dog gives him the last remaining Gitaroo, a legendary weapon capable of transforming him into Gitaroo Man, who is a rock god capable of slaying demons with the power of music. The way that you go about playing this rhythm game is a simple concept at first glance. In every level, there's a constantly moving note track that you have to navigate using the analog stick. As the song plays, you'll be prompted to press or hold the X button when notes are set on the track, and all of the button presses are synced to the beat of the song. The goal in this game, like every rhythm game, is hitting the notes at the right time, because the fights are broken up into different sections. The first section is always charging up your HP meter. The next section is attacking, and this one, you'll hit the notes in order to do damage to the enemy. And the last section is guarding attacks from the enemy, so when you hit the notes, you're actually blocking the attacks, and if you miss a note, you lose HP. And this will have you pressing the rest of the face buttons on the controller. Hitting all of these in sequential order as they fall into the middle of the screen will allow you to not take any damage. And trust me, these get super intense. They may start out really easy, but this game gets difficult, and if you're not good at rhythm games, well, you will be after beating this game. Easy to pick up, but difficult to master indeed, pull quote. I also really enjoyed the graphics and the art style. The whole look of this game is awesome. You wouldn't even have to play the game to know that this shit is from Japan. It's weird, it's cool, it's random, and that's why I fucking love it. The songs are so fucking catchy and rocking, it somehow gets you to stand up and move to the beat while you're playing, even though you're just using a PS2 controller. And that to me is something special. 4 years later in 2006, the game Gitaroo Man Lives was released for the PlayStation Portable. A port, if you will. This game had 2 new levels that weren't in the original version, additional options for difficulty, as well as a multiplayer mode using the ad hoc function that you could use to play with your friends. The perfect port of a game that, in my opinion, has stood the test of time when it comes to console rhythm games. And after 20 years, it's still one of my all-time favorite PS2 games. Unfortunately, like all retro games these days, this one is pretty rare and expensive. I recommend just using a PSP emulator to play Gitaroo Man Lives. That's if you don't feel like paying upwards of $120 for a used copy of the PS2 version. And with that being said, I give Gitaroo Man an 8.5 out of 10. Fuck yeah.
That's going to do it for this episode of Small Talk. Let me know down below in the comments section if you guys have played this game or if you're a fan of rhythm games in general. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and that notification bell lets you know when I upload new content. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time in the Nerd Lair.